Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Adventures in the TARDIS. Hopefully you are more awake than I am. And hopefully Quill is more awake than I am as well.
Likely I am.
I can tell you, I wasn't sleeping too much. I was watching Stranger Things.
Oh yeah? How is it?
I mean, I'm really in the very beginning of the series. And I'm not
Then
actually.
you would be at the point I have seen.
Oh yes.
And I've seen beyond that, but I don't think I've seen the last 2 seasons.
Oh no, I am in the first 4 episodes.
Yeah, it pays interesting homage to early 80s culture, and one of the more sci-fi elements of that show I heard was based on a real-life experiment of attempting to cause psychic activity through extremely violent means.
Yeah. And that is true. That happened. Probably not the reality part. They probably didn't tell force in the dimension.
I had heard the experiment did have some success, but there was consequences too.
Probably not to this extent.
Yeah. Of dimensional monsters? Yeah, maybe not. Probably not.
I mean, we don't know. That's the whole thing. The
Yeah.
governor is gonna make it seem like nothing is happening.
Well, yeah, but it's still the way it's portrayed. It strongly fits the motif of 80s culture, including the
Yeah.
sci-fi elements. Because it sort of reminds you of some of those old movies.
Yeah, let's see, what kind of music do we want? Please? Yeah, why not?
Casual happy. This is Ponyville, and daytime at that.
There you go. You can hear the music, right?
Yep.
Part 7. The next course. Hey, you! Are you alright? I have no idea who is speaking. I don't hear someone calling. Probably not someone who we know, because if it's Luffy or anyone else, they will call him, hey you.
Well, yeah, you got a point there. But this is also Ponyville, so there's a chance you may know this character. But here's another hint. Do you remember where Featherwind slept?
Yeah, he was on top of the main city hall.
So it would be another pony who'd be able to access that location. That
He
actually
was,
does narrow down the
he
list.
was right up here, right up there, where 55 is pointing.
Something like that, yeah.
So you are saying it must be Pegasus? Probably.
Either that or someone who walked through the windows in the background there.
Maybe? For some reason, I thought it would be, oh my god. Just as I was about to say his name, it slipped out of my mind.
Okay. Can you describe the character?
Yeah, the grumpy guy who was the first friend of Pinkie Pie who was not friendly.
Donkey?
Donkey, yeah. Donkey Noodle, yeah.
Donkey Doodle?
Yeah.
Cranky Donkey Doodle.
I mean, it could be anyone. Any pony. Any moment.
If Cranky appeared by now, and I do think he has a chance, because he is in this town. by now.
Yeah. Wake up! Now there goes the sports and the court have a chance. Oh, is it a court? Okay. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! You know what?
Well, it's kind of like a chant, like wake up, wake up, wake up, or something like that. Trying to deliberately bug him to wake up.
You know what? It could be
What?
Snowflake. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. And he's mostly dumbass in the meantime.
Okay, for that one paragraph alone, you got 3 clues here. Cult, probably a Pegasus, and someone who lives in Ponyville.
I have to ask, I don't even know. Does Snowflake live in Ponyville? Or does he just visit?
You are referring to Bulk Biceps, right?
Yes.
Not a cult, but yes, he does live in Ponyville, as far as I know.
I mean, we don't know his age.
I have never seen his house, but he works there and hangs out there a lot. He even has multiple jobs there.
I mean, Rainbow Dash isn't, is living in, right? No, he isn't living in Ponyville either.
Well, sort of. Her cloud house is in that general vicinity, and I don't think it's moving around. Fluttershy seems to be just the edge of Ponyville. And perhaps one pony I know is definitely not living there. Actually, 2. Well, Sakura, that's the Everfree Forest, and Maud Pie, who is living in Ponyville adjacent.
I mean, there are not many courts we know in Ponyville.
No, you're right. Of those, it'd probably be a Pegasus here.
I'm gonna assume this is not Big Mac. Because with me, yup.
Big Macintosh? No, they're not.
But we will see. We need more clues. Maybe open up your eyes, Halloween, and tell us who it is.
Yeah.
Halloween visits as his thought. Once again, he becomes acquainted with the translation of disorientation due to the lack of memory where he is. He was sleepy, but this makes his scrolls persistent. Curiosity and attention serves him rather quickly. Wake up! The fact that this might be urgent makes him a little faster. If the scroll is this persistent, then that might be important reason. I mean... yeah? Maybe not? If I had a possibility, no. That doesn't sound like there's an urgency in the girl's voice. Oh, sorry. Then we may have to do it like this. Wake up. Wake up. With no urgency whatsoever. If anything, it's more and more on curiosity and confusion. As for gets his eyes open, noticing that his surroundings are bright daylight. His eyes need a moment to focus and adjust before he can recognize the blue sky above him, as well as the faces of not one, but 2 gods standing over him. Now that is curious. I'm not even sure that we know 2 gods in Ponyville.
But, Snips and Stales?
Yeah? Well, then...
Butnash? Rumble? There was another one called Truffle Shuffle?
But I don't believe Steve as would be on top of the building. They have no reason to.
They're less... it's less accessible to them, but they're also foolish enough to try.
Unless Trixie was one of her fans when she was practicing and flung them over to the rooftop. It
A
must
few
make it.
years later, I have seen, what was it? So Snips is the fatter one. So Snails then. I have seen him float on his own magic.
Yeah, but this is much later.
Yeah.
One of them is to his left, and the other is to his right. What's the starting place now at him? The tops of the head are almost touching each other from Father's perspective. One of them is a bluish gray Pegasus squad with a two-tone dark gray mane and tail. The main side of the squad goes forward and some back over his head. He has purple eyes. The other squad is also Pegasus. He has orange coat, blue mane, tail, and eyes. Ah, we have a clue that he has eyes. His main side is popped off and fairly and the edge is like a photo flame. I mean, one of them can be snares. But
You honestly only have a fair chance to guess on one of them. The other one is an OC.
I mean, it has to be Pegasus. Because you said they are
this is
Pegasus.
Yep.
Oh, we'll see. I don't think we're gonna guess. Maybe a more passive questions. Oh, you got up here. And the game Pegasus got in different ways than fundamental first. Which leads us to conclude that the orange Pegasus is the one who spoke first. Also, why are you sleeping up here? No, the real question is why not? The man is still trying, but he's already gathered enough information to start leading him to some conclusions. They are confused how and why Feather is here. Yes, they ask no questions. And the fact that most of them are parasite is also quite a clue to something. He also got the feeling most originals would have left him alone, but Ford have lasted about days. I mean, not just Ford, but also anyone in Ponyville. So naturally, they have less reservations against working at the stranger way. Oh yeah, he might be thinking about like that because he is a city pony. He's an
Very much so,
right?
in high class at that. Yeah.
So he doesn't know how close ponies are in a little village.
Last night's party may have given him a glimmer of an idea.
Yeah, but that is a party. Of course they get close. But this is just normal daylight. This is...
Yep.
In the city, ponies are just not even noticing each other.
Because of that party, those cults have a chance to know Feather's name now.
Yeah, but it seems they didn't realize who he is.
Maybe they do, but they're confused why he's here and sleeping here on the top.
I mean, there is one difference. In the party, Halloween didn't have his mistlook, which is probably still around him at the moment.
And he was missing in the later half of that party.
Yeah?
He slept through it, yeah.
I mean, he wasn't even there.
That party occurred at nighttime, so it was possibly past those boys' curfew, so there's a chance they weren't at the party.
I mean, probably, but this tells me that this is probably the afternoon when school is over at this moment already.
That could be, yeah. What we know so far is it's broad daylight.
Or it could be just they are going to the school at the moment.
Or maybe it's their day off.
Maybe.
Yeah, they might have weekends too.
Yanni is searching for the next heads up to gather more information. While doing so, he notices him laying on the edge of a circular building. He looks behind him and notices the building continues up initially as a dome structure, but eventually towers further up in the angle, far too vertical to rest upon. Unless you glue yourself on it.
That's your Spider-Man.
It is when his memory finally serves him better. This is Policeman Town Hall. He must have fallen asleep when he arrived last night. I just realized I slept through the night and then woke up and then fell asleep again.
Yeah.
The visits himself as he briefly wonders if he is developing narcoleptic symptoms. That's what I was referring to a moment ago. This isn't the first time he has fallen asleep in an odd place. I mean, it could be not just narcoleptic symptoms. You might not know, but he might actually have a jet lag right now.
Nice.
He interacts about to time and space.
Yeah. Some dimensional or temporal equivalent of it. You know, you might be able to get the same feeling from that if you time warped from the same location but many thousands of years apart.
Yeah? His face is widely exposed to the air, especially under on flying clothes and the mouth. He had no cover from daylight once it arose. But he still slept through it, and on the hard ground and that. I mean, some people actually like the hard ground, or they like harder mats as well. Not me.
Sometimes, yeah.
Not me, I like my mat soft.
I agree. But the last bed I had before this one was actually too comfortable. I slept really great on it. The problem with that bed was if I sleep anywhere else, my standards were so high that I couldn't sleep there. So I now required that bed, the only one in the whole world, to be able to sleep.
I mean, my bed is actually pretty hard, but it has a mattress on it. So,
Now I sleep on a cot, but I have this little cushion on it to soften up a little bit. Significantly less comfortable than my last bed, but still good enough I could sleep on. And now it's easier to sleep anywhere else, like say in a hotel bed, where I
yeah,
actually struggled with that before.
you can get used to it.
Yeah.
He makes he also recalls a time when he and Star fell asleep next to a window that was just an oval opening with bars on it. Sounds like prison. It was in the floating city of Savage, and there was a fierce storm outside. Not only did the two of them get wet where they were, in more spinning, but the ship started to look back and forth. The two of them started to win, anyway, enough to surprise even Doctor. I mean, if you are tired, it doesn't matter where you sleep. I mean, it does, but you will fall asleep if you're tired enough.
Yeah, I would say so. Now the degree of sleep you get might depend upon the environment. If it's like storming and raining and high winds, very cold, hard ground, everything that's not optimal, that not only might you have limited sleep, but potentially may even kill you, because you froze to death or something like that up there. But at the same time, you've been up for 82 hours, so it's pretty hard to resist sleeping too.
Yeah. And there is a place and time when you are too tired to sleep. That is the worst thing you can have. Because you know you have to sleep, but you are too tired to fall asleep. And that's where people are probably taking meds for it.
It
Okay,
is the real. It is a real thing that if you resist sleep long enough, you'll actually have dreamlike states while you're awake, hallucinations, which could be especially bad during certain conditions like driving a plane or a car or walking along in at night in a windy mountain top where it's
or
a
just
big fall if you slip
anyway,
off the side. Yeah.
or sleeping on the rooftop. As he continued to think about it, he gradually realized that the theory of narcolepsy isn't as likely as its professor to have as the best explanation for the situation. Instead of that, he imagined himself he slept in raw nature for over 8 months. Yes, you slept in raw nature, not
Mhm.
in mere structures. Tell it to a dwarf, or send an F into the mind. They would not feel good. It's not the same. During those times, there were no schedules, obligations, and responsibilities to keep him on any fixed routine. He said he had the freedom to sleep wherever he wanted, whenever he wanted. No sentient force who cared was anywhere nearby. Even the wind didn't care about him. Maybe the animals who wanted him to told involuntarily on, he and Pony is in that territory, but they always should dismiss it, because that's pretty much what they did. By now, this may have become a new habit, and it's safe and liberating. Only now, it also has a bit embarrassing too. Most societies have greater standards, so the odds of being judged for doing something like this in the territory is significantly higher. Don't worry, there are more odd ponies in Ponyville than you are.
One of them
And
really likes jelly.
and I was only talking about the ponies. For further consideration, it occurs to him that he probably should have made a clouded bed in the sky. No, that would be even more surprising to the parasite.
Yep.
This would also affirm him a wide view of the town. It was basically fairly more comfortable. One better insulation, and it's far less conspicuous. If he got caught up here by the spores, no, isn't there even more questions? Yeah?
It's basically like less likely to get caught, but if you're caught, it's much more suspicious. Or at least not, or at least confusing, you know?
Yeah. As for why he fell asleep here, I am not sure. I mean, he is like a cat. If I fit, I sit.
Yeah.
The most reasonable explanation he can come up with is his habit of falling asleep wherever and whenever he wants, combined with the sheer emotional exhaustion due to his last adventure. In short, he is still recovering from it. My apologies for the beginning. I must have just dozed off here. Whoa! The child and blooming court. I seem surprised. You are not a court. You are full company. Yes, I convinced as he is the only person that I know. Because he is so tired of being called a fool, even though it's understandable. But the wind is so close of being advantage. Who are you calling short? What are you doing sitting up here, mister? Asked the gay passage. Also, how did you end up here? He looks back at the multitude of windows nearby. He tried. I think you can't hear from one of those windows. I mean, yeah, that's a possible solution. I fell asleep up here because I was more tired than I realized. The answer on the phone. As for how I got here, let me show you. Little show off. Having said no, that even he managed to force his missile that was into one of his saddlebags. Earlier it was used for more a sort of blanket and pillow, but it wasn't up the hood with his head and legs of support. I mean, just what I said, he was still in his blanket.
Yep.
Whoa! The eyebrows escaped again, but this time for a different reason. That thing is so cool! Where did you get it, mister? I made it! Father answered honestly, then encouraged. And here, check this out! Father sees that he lightens his body weight, and uses his magic to slightly cap the lips of his hooves, since they have the least nerve ending. From there, he throws himself to a few inches up, floats over the edge of the building, and enjoys the sand like he's an invisible elevator. He is in the invisible elevator. He is not the elevator. And then this guy appears and does the same, but actually standing like he's in an elevator. Whoa, that's neat! But the apparatus ran more scroll speed over the edge of the building, and down and the wind. Moments later, they ran over the edge as well, and like Feather, they got down to the ground, which is a much more carved road. My weather rate is pretty low, so it doesn't take much magic to float myself. Also, I am cheating. So it's way to record, by keeping silent about the fact that he can also influence the weather naturally. And that is motivate even further. I've probably seen this before. But this is the perfect character for Featherwind. I'm gonna try to find a picture with not too many spoilers.
You didn't highlight where you left off. It starts with the word it.
I know it. I know
Okay.
it. There you go. That's the most safe picture. There you go. That's Halloween right now.
Neat.
She cannot change the weather. But she can light herself. I can float. It takes some decent concentration and medical energy to pull that off, but as you can see, it can be done. So I expect to look suddenly confused about something as he is. Yeah, that's a good point. Why did you guys do that more often? I see them float stuff all the time. They could have learned to themselves all along. I mean, yeah, but I have seen many ponies lift heavy stuff all around. Why don't they just lift themselves up in the air? It's the same thing. Right? If it would work like that, you would be able to lift yourself up in the air. And normal earthquakes could fly as well. Or float. I mean, one of them can. There are several reasons for the wind to force. For one thing, unicorn magic is deadly. So if a unicorn plans to use magic on themselves, that is their concentration. After that, the heavier the thing they are trying to float is, the more it takes the magic. And it constantly taxing them, they keep it up. So unlike you floating down right now, it doesn't really take too much effort, right? For me, it took a lot of effort to keep myself afloat. I'm just used to it. It's also been my observation that most unicorns and earthworms feel nervous when their homes leave the ground. I mean, yes, that is why many people can't even go down the half pipe when they are trying to skate.
It was freaky to lift to my trip. I went on done 3 zip lines at Hawaii, and I did experience a little bit of panic before racing forward. And I know that cable's up above there, but just a few steps forward, and my feet will not be able to contact the ground anymore. It's way, way down there. Another thing I was nervous about was holding my cell phone, because nothing but my hand was keeping a grip on it. I didn't have any straps or anything on it, so if it dropped, I lost it forever.
Yeah, usually they tap the phones doing those. The higher one goes using this energy, the consequences of a break in the concentration can be. Yes. I mean, after a series of hacks, there's a chance it becomes easier or less having less consequences because you have actually time to get your concentration back if you're falling for a long time.
Sure, but you better do it before you hit the ground. At least slow yourself down.
The tax the game has decided to orange one. I once heard Shine not near had a panic attack, but Peter tried spotting Shine animal friends in the air. Oh yeah, that reminds me of when I tried to wash the paws on my dogs. They're like, put me down.
If the Great Pegasus is able to recall that, then Trixie's second appearance is definitely come and gone by now.
Yeah. Oh yeah! The enjoy called as a magnetic gay fan. But then they enjoy though? Because looks around who now who is noticeably at the eye level, which was why they mistook him for Final Four. You said that you could magic is English. If so, does Shine the Emerald fans complain about it? No, because some of the tickling is actually how you pet some of the pets. Maybe they would if they could talk. So yes, it's a sunshine. But the shy can talk to animals. So you want contact. That's like one of the things. Wow! Neat! That is so bad thing. Well, I guess they were too busy enjoying themselves floating in the air then. Also, when you say animal friends, I think it's me a lot about birds and the like. They only know what it is like to be in the air. So, I think they wouldn't have had much of a reaction. No, it is very much different when they are flying and when they are being carried off in the air by magic restraints.
As it turns out, though, Feather's right. There was not one bird animal in that particular moment in the group. Instead, it was more like beavers and chipmunks.
And maybe a platypus without a hat. I'm not sure of the details, but they probably were called mate animals. Called mate? This is not Pokemon. There is one thing else. From what I heard, there was very light animals too. The beavers, bunnies, and squirrels. So we noted acceptance as such. That makes sense. He then looks around him curiously, while looking back at the two fours and asked them, by any chance, do either of you happen to know where the apple lives? Who? No, I'm not talking about the doctor. I'm talking about Nerfy. You don't ask who when I say Nerfy. If I was an S, it makes it's proper. I think he's referring to this new. No, I just won't figure. Here's the aggressive mail carrier. Oh yeah. Oh. You ain't got to realize it. First thing might open the wind, so I once said. After a question, I think I know where she lives. At least I can at least lead you to a neighborhood. Neighborhood? I didn't know that Oliver had neighborhood. The violence is going to the right, and the orange coat, I say James. Wow! Really? You actually know where she lives? But I asked, I was a long shot that either of you would say yes to the question. So I chose short, as she said. It's a small town, but everybody who lives here knows each other's name and sometimes more than that.
Which is
Also,
pretty much what you said earlier.
I think Halloween forgets one thing. Also, I'm surprised that nobody mentioned it either, so it is probably in hiding or becoming our mode at the moment. I'm talking about Smiley, who was left with Halloween.
Yep.
Who can actually show you the way. He knows the way. Because
Right.
Kelly
It does have
already mapped out the area.
It does have the ability to hide, though. And
Yeah.
typically it does to avoid freaking people out.
As I said, it probably is in communal mode at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's true. Halloween items. I think you will grow up in a larger community. You can call it players guessing as Halloween. Yeah, you can say that. Halloween not? Then you're very correctly. Uh-huh. I sure have. And the mice appears from the background looking at him. Wait, are we most normal magic users? I mean, there's a very big difference between them, other than being pony.
What would the pony-fied Remnantians look like? I bet you
mean,
could find some pictures of that if you
they are
check.
probably already happening.
Yeah.
I mean, just an easy search. There you go. The first picture that shows up. Anyway, the orange pair of the squad spins about. Then uses move tail to think, oh, come here. Gesture and fell wind. While staring at him over his left shoulder. In doing so, he also reveals to fellow that the squad is the one or two where his kitty mark, which in this case is a baseball bat. This is the OC, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I was trying to think if we actually a baseball bat. But no. Come with me. I think I can lead you closer to this place if you like.
Oh, there was one pony like that in the Lost Girls, and that particular pony suffered extremely grim fate. Not saying it's the same one here, but yeah, he's got a baseball bat Kitty Mark II. And I know the sport exists in their world.
We are
they showed it a few times.
referencing a new, another character from the other series that we are having on pause. I am referring to Casey. The baseball guy. Hey, the unexpected baseball. Lead on. Lead on. Lead on. I don't know why that song came to my mind.
I'm not sure if I've heard it before.
You have.
Okay.
But it's not lead on, it's lead on. There's let's see how far we are. Or if there's any more cutting points. There is one.
That one continues all to the end, I think. Which means there's a total of 3 scenes in this chapter.
Sure, we can try. If I wasn't going your way, I might have some.
Okay.
Going back.
Are you looking for the music? Okay.
I don't want this dark music, no. Import. There you go. Everything is happy. Everything is nice.
Oh, tropical sounding.
Hey, me, I go into the office house.
Sounds like they're going to Jamaica.
Yeah. they might find some mobs there.
I don't disagree with this. It sounds upbeat and happy, and that should match the mood of Derpy's place.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
If they get there.
Mm-hmm.
It is true that the two players squad of one fellow as Citland are named First base, so for the orange one, and Helmer for the landscape houses. Which one do we know?
Rumble is the little brother of Thunderlane, and he was actually really featured in one of the Cutie Mark episodes where he tried to not get a Cutie Mark.
Nah,
He even broke out into song about that.
I don't need a cutie mark.
Cutie Marks are great, they say. Yeah, right. They make you special in your own way.
And then he got a cutie mark in the end.
No, he did not.
To unleash to release his neighborhood. And the Vincian sent a message to Starving. A message for her to bring a team under the scene of this neighborhood in order to flag him down to the location of Robbie's home. Not long after, Starving did present that. I mean, can the wind not tell you where it came from?
Since I know Rumble's not a OC character, you can look up a picture for him. MLP Rumble.
I think I remember him now. Yes.
I wrote first base to be like a friend for Rumble that the show never focused on. Someone a little more of his age and it has his similar interests.
Probably one of these.
That's when he was singing at the camp.
Yeah.
And he was so good at it, he should have got his darn Cutie Mark for that.
No, no
Which is
feedback for you.
It was, which is ironic because he was singing about not getting Cutie Marks.
But yeah, he could have just send a message to Starving and wait for the wind to come back and show the way where it came from and the message came from.
Try to remember what you said about Smiley being a potential option too.
Yeah. There's a multiple option.
Right. It does make sense though why the drone just didn't suddenly appear right in front of the Colts.
I mean, not need to appear.
Mhm.
Ah, there we go. I can remember my friend. The video post friendly to his kind guys. Wow! That really big brown mare is your friend. Good thing that these kids are not Jesse. Your name would probably start calling her mommy. Come check as she stands down the scene. Something with my eyes. Sure is. And I was over to Roman. Why do you ask? Roman shouted as he said, I just think it's ironic. You are the one of the smallest and shortest stallions I know, and your friend is one of the largest mass. Then Mac will make a run for his mates. I mean, there is one other mare who can run. Give me back a run. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Was it the buckball player that kind of looked like bulk biceps? That female?
That too, but I'm thinking about some other mare.
Oh, whoa, Nelly. You talk about that really, really fat one?
No.
With the teal color? Okay. Then, I don't know, you got me. I'm not sure what you were talking about
I'm talking about this one.
then. Okay. Oh yeah, now I see the resemblance.
I don't even know what he called herself.
Miss Orchard Blossom.
There you go. That's more myself though. I might argue. Because nobody is a more getting. Yeah, but more myself is more game, not me. This is very different. Instead of flying, I'm actually way better than more myself though. Come on, for yours with the deciding look at something from a distance. I am not 100% sure. I mean, more myself this join a team, a flying team, no race.
Yeah, he's participated in the Wonderbolt Academy. Did tornado duty for Ponyville, and also participated in something similar to the Olympic Games. And he was easily the worst player of the three that did participate in that. He barely could fit through the hoops.
Yeah.
And it was a struggle for him to get in the air, which makes sense.
Just look at her wings. I'm actually at a huge wingspan. Yeah, but sometimes it can be detrimental as well. When you have to fit through narrow spaces.
Yeah.
That she does, and I'm in the case. When he remembers all the hugs he got from the wings. There you are! The wing said as she goes to run up the feather. That she told us some in front of them. No, she slows to herself in front of them. You just make up incredible things. First of all, let me try to my cloud day this morning. So there is that. Thirdly, after we all had breakfast this morning, the whole lot of us broke out into a song. That's just surprising. Somehow. Yeah, but I have to be neutral. That happens in this town sometimes. And most of the time when they are singing, something happens. It appears that Starwing has finally noticed Starwing's company for the first time. She goes them curiously, then looks at her small friend, and that's him. Who are you, new friend? My name is Friday. This is the old friend's call. And this here is my friend Humble. Hey! Rumble gives an innocent wave at Starwing. But hey doesn't sound innocent.
Here comes the smolder.
I'm more imagining him like this. Hey. Hey. I mean, that's more like a most personality, right? It depends on if we are before or after. then he got his kitty mark or not. Pleasure to meet you too. So we said back to them in the night. And my name is Ring.
As far as I know, Rumble never got his cutie mark in the entire show. But I did address that in one of my stories when he's older at that time. And actually, what he got for his mark was actually pretty interesting. Meaning the talent he got was very interesting.
I mean, as a background pony, he might have gotten his kitty mark at any time. Yeah, Robert has a sidekick. Hey, can you do me a bit of favor, son? Can you spread your wings as far as you can?
At this age, Rumble was very much interested in flying. According to the show, that was especially true after his brother became a Wonderbolt. And it was like it sank into Rumble's head. Hey, I could do that too.
There's one thing obvious about spreading your wings. Like that. You don't want to do that. Because that is very much royalty thing. Someone might be getting jealous. Wait. Probably no. Something wings that might be actually bigger than Celestial. Or at least almost as big.
I actually think it is. She's got more bulk than Celestia and about as much height. It's going to take large wings to support her in the air to an especially good degree. And that is the case. He was actually interested in the Wonderbolts for a time, and she had some talent in that. She could achieve great speed and especially stamina. But where her talent actually graduate to is not the Wonderbolts, but some kind of professional sports puffball.
Yeah, so something is more closer to Griffon in urban type than ponies.
I guess, but I think she's typically bigger than even them. Though that depends which Griffin you're talking about.
Oh no! I remember, she's not just a building, she's not just a pony, she's a orc. There you go. That's more like her being son.
One of these boys had compared her to Big Mac.
Yeah?
Because it's what they can associate to as a comparison.
An amazing confusion, and I was expecting it first, or that she said. Sure. I can do that. He was in the loser. Like this? Wow! So will I say to the arrangement? Those wings are like not even the length of your body, and you have a pretty small body and that. Yeah, but have been achieved is a lift and thrust. So that's actually bigger than our own wings. They have to be this big to have me fly with a body this heavy. Yeah! Imagine the man count. This is my flag. Tell themselves. You are amazing, son. Let us get ourselves. It isn't just April you can play Bamba like you can. I have no idea why my mind went off to their quest. Off.
Well,
This is a very different sport.
But based on the name, I have a little bit of an idea.
Are you going to try out for the Wonderbolt someday? Gumball asked Todd excitedly, as he gave a short nod. The question is more ironic than you might think, Tommy said, as she put her wings again. Especially the feather and the moon's annoying smirk, they were focusing on Gumball. The two things I was interested in when I was a Philly, but then other things happened, so my efforts lifted elsewhere. You should try again, Gumball encouraged. Who knows? You might even surprise yourself. Gumball gave the eye again, as he paused at the ground before saying, "That's what I'm gonna do. You are looking at the future's most famous flyer someday." They both looked at each other. Randy began the hat. He was giving a eye again. Oh yeah, she was stealing it from Pinkie Pie. There you go. Good for you! Keep your name. No, we are going back to the beginning. Wake up! Tommy cheerfully encourages the young person. Hey! I will! Gumball promises her. Tommy turns about and says over her left shoulder. Now, if you two will excuse us, then I have some things to discuss. Sure, no problem. But Miss accepts. We were just executing him as close to his face as we could. We found him sleeping on the roof of Town Hall, of all places. Gumball said. This city is noteworthy. You might want to keep an eye on him, and maybe put him on a leash. That's usually my plan, having a shot. With that, the two kindly courts take over the air and give a stomach salute on the way out. Why? Why is this coming to my mind?
Wow, Buffett.
You kids, having remarks. As she looks forward again and took her way back to Robin's place. It was less than to escort you back here, but you know you could have just gotten in Dr. Kelly. Or you didn't even need to. Not only could she give you directions, but could have evacuated the holographic back for you. I know, but I wanted to try Alaska's pictures play. Informed as he got alongside his son. He has done much faster to keep up with her participant along your life. I had an option in the back of my mind, and I honestly suspected I might need to resort to it. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there? But they were there in front of me, so I figured I would check with them first, see if they knew the way, before summoning some business hologram. I was actually surprised that they didn't know the way, for the most part. But the end point about everybody in small towns, knowing each other better. Should we go back to the original Lolly skin? it could have been the international. I think new to the way. Somebody because I can feel my totally sure. And that can make more of an impression sometimes. That's done. For example, this morning, she's the one who began the song we sang. When that happened, it was like she was the spark, which didn't come possible guest in the room. Who put the gas in the room first? Who was farting? If we knew it, the rest of us got set up in the song too. I sang, Vijay sang, Thomas Farrell sang, and Fernanda sang. Oh, the only one who didn't want the doctor. Are you sure? I mean, for all we know, it might have been Sam Soda who didn't sing. They look very much alike.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He said that he misses and pulled out a shoulder from his Singaporean and played as an accompanying little ditty. I didn't even know he had that little thing, so the ability played so with some skills.
The second Doctor is the one that often played on a recorder.
Ah. He was playing the Jurassic Park very badly. Kevin laughed a bit before he said, I can just picture that, but it's easier for me to picture him using this first screwdriver instead. I think he can produce a sound of pretty much any time. Why not that? I mean, what is that thing called? That.
You're talking about an instrument of some kind?
Yeah, there is an instrument which can make most of the sound by not touching it.
By not touching it?
Yes. I don't remember the name. Ah, there you go. I knew the first letter. And also it's super about me. There you go.
Yeah, I was always seeing as a white picture.
In the terrain. Obviously I don't remember the name because we don't even see this instrument a lot of times.
Okay.
I guess it's because they should go him to do something some explaining to his parents. So we figured. I guess he thought using a real recorder was less confused. you know as well as I do that it isn't always the doctor's primary strategy. And I will remind. Sometimes getting attention is more of his plan. I just realized there is something right close to the recorder in this music as well. It might be him playing. So shocked, as she said. In a way, that seems to be a method to his madness. And he says, now I know that he is a recorder and can play. Luffy seems surprised too, so my guess is he hasn't seen him use it either. I mean, it would be more strange if he had a recorder and cannot play. After that looks, acts, and sounds just like the doctor, and it makes up the rest. Is there any question from Luffy's parents? Not really, probably. Not really. So it's like, they might have told it for a moment, but I'm guessing they have told it what to us. No, it's not rude to ask. If you meet twins, you ask them, are you twins? But I got to admit, there really are a bunch of police in town that look like carbon copies of one another. Some of them links actually wasn't allowed. I wonder if it was always like that back home in Qatar too. That is my fair notice. And there's the thing that there are humans who look like who have nothing to do with each other. There are literally looking like contacts as well. For the same reason. With me, but I said in this impression. I spent the majority of my life in my father's mansion. That's right, you did. I remember. Somebody called me this time proud of this approval. I remember telling you it would be more healthy for you to get outside of the place more and maybe touch some grass. I mean, he did touch grass for 8 years.
Well, not years, but like moons.
Same difference.
There's a big difference between those two.
I know.
Here's what they have in common, though. They're a measurement of time, and one of them is more like a measurement of celestial calendar, of the moon's rotation, I think.
Yeah. It's more like a month. I think it is like 4 weeks. Or, I think counting the full rotation, then it's 8 weeks.
I think I heard it's average 28 days for moon's rotation.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's 4 weeks. I'm with you on that one. I agree. But my father, he's quite a traditionalist. Yeah, and again a bit sourly. He continued to way down to the last hit. He shouldn't have one promising up his flank, but hey, at least you are getting, you are outside getting fresh air now. That's good. And when I get back, I think I'm going to lay some proper boundaries for myself. So the sign allowed. But you know that I get arguments from some parents. My house, my rules, kind of thing. Then maybe what we need is a new house. Hint, hint. Just bullet. And hey, your family is great. It's easier for you to accomplish compared to most, right? Sure, but my father is in charge of that portion. So I might. So, I'm sure you can go with him. If you can, just kill him. He's your father after all.
That's actually no joke between a lot of rich families where they could be
I
the
know.
worst enemies between each other because they're in the way of inheriting the rest of the fortune.
There were a lot of inheritance fights in the history.
Yeah. It doesn't just account for nobles. That's like a little more common among royal family too.
Some nobles literally died by their own sons. And
Yeah.
by poisoning or even just having in the back. You took my son, Brutus?
Not always though.
Not always.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was Luther, not the son. Not as his son. And as my father, I know him well enough to realize I may have to try to make a very convincing argument to him. To get him to agree with that plan. For the assurance. I convince him that he will somehow get a return on his investment. Return on what? That is so surprised that he stops that in the text. You know that? And I follow suit and lose back, and not at his friend. I can't believe what I'm hearing. He's your father for such a thing. I think he has had a thing in your future quite a long time ago. You can stand there and tell me that you like anything but the value for him. Suddenly, I have heard of families as well who are like this. That yes, you are my blood, you are an investment, and you are gonna bring my money back to me. You have to pay back everything I have given to you. Then
Well, let's see if you
suddenly,
agree.
some people actually do that.
Oh yeah. Let's see if you agree with Featherwind's explanation.
Of course, I do for him. But again, that's why he was so firm that I learned education, money, and access to high society. He has an image to maintain. Oh, give me a break! Let's open the roll of her eyes. There's a reason the Valley is turned to the assurance. The arguments with the midst, at least not usually. Is that there is also a plan of some sort. It's so. Anyway, I think I can convince him that I can give him a return on the investment. If you stop and think about it, that's not a bad idea anyway, son. Maybe there's a way we can get a home, and earn a living at the same time. If we can do that somehow, the Emperor wants us too. Maybe if we make our house a luxury jet in the sky.
Well, what do you think about that statement? In the paragraph above, he says the wealthy stay wealthy because they're not stupid about it.
That is not true. Not true
Not
for
always.
all of
Yeah.
them.
He does. He did said usually. He did add that. There's some that could be kind of wild and crazy about it.
And there are the thing that we don't know if they are some being wealthy because they still play the part of being wealthy. After they lose all the money, they keep up the pretend that they have money.
That was actually a premise behind one of the wealthy, at least formerly wealthy characters in the movie Titanic. someone who tried to marry another wealthy person because their reputation of a family that went is kind of down on their fortune was all they had left.
Yeah. But yeah, sure. The person accepts and she assumes her course. Love is home. And I follow suit. But yet I'm bothered by the perspective that in love is so conditional. She said, I mean every love is conditional. No matter what you do. Even if it's the simple, I love you if you love me. I mean, I love you if you don't love me is a condition as well. It wasn't and it was that way with my father. I knew I couldn't count on his love and support at all times, and in any circumstance. My mother too. That's probably why I grew up so confident and strong. Meanwhile, look at yourself, you're a wimp. You're constantly second-guessing yourself and nervous about failure. Wow, she literally said that. She said it nicer. What
Yeah.
she basically said you are a wimp.
Yeah, well, she's friendly to him, but she's also kind of bluntly honest. Uh, I mean, if she was an element of loyalty, of the elements, she'd probably be loyalty and honesty combined.
I mean, for all we know that the person second-guessing yourself might not just be a personality trait, it might be actually ADHD as well for phenomenon.
Yeah, if you're right, then that may not be entirely cultural based.
I mean, yeah, in his state, he literally has to look after everything that he needs because one little problem brings a lot more in higher standards.
And the way
One
that she
failure,
described it is she had the kind of parent that kept on cheering her, saying, "You can do it." Similar to Rainbow's parents, in fact. But Featherwind had a father that had strict standards. If you can fail this challenge, and if you do, there will be consequences.
yeah. I don't know which one is better. It depends on from person to person.
No, Feather had some advantages too. He had some opportunities in life that a Stern either would be more difficult or physically can't do, like the emphasis in magic. But there was also the education and high class training. So yeah, there's pros and cons between both lifestyles.
Did someone say hacker training? I mean, she actually had hacker training with the oranges, didn't she?
I may say a little bit. Yeah.
But then it wasn't really too far perspective.
I'm not sure if she was thinking about the oranges in that particular moment, though. She might have been actually thinking and imitating Rarity.
Yeah, it was more like everything and mocking her, I think, as well.
Yes.
Herman looks forward to the side. As I said, I can't argue with that well. At least when it comes to my confidence. I don't have confidence to argue about my confidence.
Okay.
To look my own as a friend. But a lot of issues are my personal issues. I can't just blame my father on every little quirk in my life. It's my responsibility to take charge of my own life, and I assure you that my father has always loved me. He may have a safe way of showing us, but it was always there, and true nevertheless. Okay. There is one thing that he is not right about.
What's that?
These are my personal issues. It's my responsibility to take charge. No, you are not alone in this. You never were alone in this. Something was always there for you.
And it's her responsibility to take charge of his life?
No, but it's her issue as well.
I think I see what you mean.
As for my mother, she was shy. She was far more open with her feelings towards me while she was still alive. Yeah, you're right. So again, I shrugged her shoulders. I didn't grow up in your home and live with them for as long as you have, so I suppose I have no right to judge. Nah, you have every right to judge. It's just, you just have to decide if you want to say it out loud or not. It's everyone's own right to have an opinion. It just seems sad to me, is all. My family was always warm together and usually happy. Sure, we had fights from time to time, but we were never indifferent with each other. That has been a shock. Life is just like that sometimes, with all kinds of varieties of background. I've started seeing much of that with my travels with the doctor. He's showing us that the universe is much bigger than we thought. And the universe can die as well. No argument there, but agree. Especially for me, as much as our journey has been wondrous. Is it how you spell wondrous? And meaningful. Let me see.
I think it is. Spelling with an A would be wanderous.
Yeah, that's how we write it. I just never seen it written down. It has been quite a challenge for me. Sometimes I feel like I like the big thing. And now we hear the little jingle of the who's the weakest link. That was an old television show that I have watched. I'm sure similar thoughts have crossed up in mind too. Maybe also vision. Does that back together beside her? In a way, they seem to want to participate more. Especially in Duffy. Speaking of which, and before you arrived, we started to discuss exactly what we should do about vision. Didn't they all leave the parents of Duffy? Wasn't the plan of leaving her with them?
Yeah, that was an option they were thinking about earlier.
And we are here. The notes are out. And they use the ring to usher in the Duffy's home, which looks like a humble little cottage. They're almost proceeded inside, but hesitated around the years and other talked to them. He looked around to his right shoulder and knows that, by coincidence, that he had joined them at this moment too. No, that is not a coincidence at all. For all we know, he might have listened to this whole conversation through Smiley.
That's possible. And even if she didn't, she might be able to review it later, the recording.
I mean, the main reason Smiley is there is to keep a look on Halloween and his mental state.
Yeah. Yeah, but well, he was separated from the group, so she wanted to keep tabs on him. And maybe he would want to contact them too.
Yeah. Oh please! I'll tell you too. It's kind of right. I think I should in the episode. But let me stop you. I wonder if they are gonna mention her new eyeglasses. Guess you could join us. Something especially notification. We were about to discuss something important. Yes, I know. Victoria shot. Yeah, so she was listening the whole thing. So we managed her eyes a bit as she has looked her. Were you eavesdropping on our conversation? Wasn't I supposed to? Victoria replied coldly. There was a gesture into the home. Please. I'll tell you. I mean, you are in the public space, so you can't say anything. You are on the set. If you are being exposed, doors, then yes, you have all the right to be angry. Wow, you are quite the character. I can't decide if I hate you or just dislike you. So I said, I see that person inside. I try to get agree with smile. It's in the smile. The person inside. Are we sure that this is Dr. Karen, this is not trouble?
No, we can't be sure of that, actually, because Trouble probably imitate them.
And because of the chaos magic, they can definitely imitate all the magic that she knows as well.
We've seen her with expressions like that before, though, particularly when it comes to some scientific curiosity. There's just a little bit of a devious side to her.
But yeah, I'm definitely stopping here.
Okay.
Although I'm having
well, you can tell
at the end.
The third scene here is what takes place inside Derpy's home.
Yeah. I wonder, did you notice that I added one thing? This was not here.
Added?
It's wake up in the beginning, but not here. When I opened the page, I saw the multiple wake-ups without even wanting to read it. I just copied it and pasted it somewhere randomly. And funnily enough, it fitted so well that even I didn't notice which one was not the real one.
No, I didn't notice.
But yeah, this was not here. This is not here in the original.
Okay.
I guess we didn't take up it in time.
Right. So what'd you think so far?
So far, anything should have used some other means of getting here. But hey, nothing can do that, and they were happy to have, and they were happy to give school for having.
Maybe.
We still don't know what time it is.
Well, daytime.
Or we know that the nervous pads have left already.
Yep.
So it is literally like the delivery person when you order something. I will come between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. sometime. This is where we are right here. I mean, for all we know, it might be midnight. Because the Thursday is the one raising the sun and the moon.
Okay. Well, if so, she messed up then.
I mean, there has been a time where she messed up, and there has been a time where someone else messed up, or some other creatures messed up.
So, if in that scenario, then maybe Luna's tapping her hoof impatiently and saying, "Sister," and then Celestia looks back at her with the troll face.
Or just bags under her eyes. Oh no! It could be actually Luna waking up and then seeing her sister lying on the table, sleeping. Wake up! Wake up! You forgot to raise the moon. Or the other way around, because now Luna is already here, so she's the one raising the moon at this point.
I did encounter a fan animation of a delayed sunrise, and it was freaking out a lot of ponies around town. Turns out Celestia was just sleeping in, and she was enjoying her dream.
I mean, now she's gonna be sleeping all the time.
If I can find that. It's so hard to find videos when you don't know the names to that.
I mean, we don't know what time it is. And literally this picture is taken right at this time, at around this time. Because this is in the Golden Oak Library. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm just gonna end the stream.
When is the next reading?
Until in 4 days.
Okay.
And me, I started with Adventure in TARDIS. Yeah, finishing the chapter.
I actually think I found it. Let me post this on. We can watch this after we finish the stream here.
Okay.
We
But
were just talking-
yeah, I'm just gonna end it right here. Thank you everyone
Okay.
for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.